we are. It's been a minute.
It has. Hello, everyone.
I'm Amy.
I'm Whitney. And
This
we
is
are
On the Hunt. We haven't been together for like a month now, so it's weird. Sorry about last week, but life happened.
It did. And sorry about this morning, because this episode's going to come out a few hours late. We're recording. It's right now.
That's
Sunday.
Right. It's
September
fall.
25th.
All the fall things are happening.
We have so many excuses.
We'd really... Listen, I am going and switching cell phone providers today, and I'm still here. So if that's not devotion, I don't know what it is. I just gave you like a fist.
She did. She's doing things with her hands. Well, how are you
guys?
How are you all? We're fine.
Shout out to Superfan Sam.
Oh, your
baby's so cute.
And we're such idiots because Amy just told me today that picture was on our Instagram, or that you tagged us, and I'm like, what picture?
But it didn't pop up on my feed until it was like already 3 days old, and I don't know what like the statute of limitations is for commenting without being an idiot.
Well, I commented today for us, and we're just blaming the time difference. It's like a 1 day difference between, I feel like, the United States and New Zealand, right?
Yeah, and but so we're calling it a week.
Calling it a 6 day. Anyway, so sweet.
Your
Thank
baby's
you,
so
Sam.
cute. We love you.
Oh, it's so great. What else is going on, Amy?
Started watching Dahmer on Netflix.
I haven't yet.
I cannot watch. I have to do it in chunks because it's very disturbing and upsetting.
Evan Peters, man. You okay, bro?
Can he please just be in something where I'm allowed to say, you're cute, Evan Peters, I like you. But he's not. He's never, I mean, he is, but I can't say that because all of his characters are so terrible. Like, he's like realistically cute. You know what I mean?
Realistic. Like attainably cute?
Yes.
Not like Ryan...
Philippi.
Oh my God, I could live on his Instagram.
How does he get these like muscles in his?
His Instagram is glorious. Oh my gosh,
he's beautiful.
Oh, he really is.
Well, but he cheated on Reese Witherspoon. Not cool.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he was
Abby
young.
Cornish.
He was young. He's made his.
No, we're not going to make excuses
better now.
for that.
That was like 20 years ago. That wasn't okay. Is he married? What's his situation now?
I think he's single. I mean, he's not married.
And he's ready to mingle with some podcast ladies.
We are not single. But clearly, Whitney's ready to mingle, so... Hey,
I mean, Ryan Philippi comes knocking. I'm leaving my family behind. I'm now Patrick Hines. I would leave my family for Ryan Philippi.
Evan Peters, I would leave for you.
Oh, yeah. He's attainably.
But not with those Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. Those giant aviator reading glasses.
Gotta go. Creepy.
I just really like him.
Was he in Scream Queens? I liked that so much.
Emma Roberts. He was in several of the American Horror Stories. I think he had to take a break from that because it was so... I imagine. Dark. But then you're doing Dahmer?
Really? Way darker.
So dark.
Honestly, the darkest, because it's true.
Yes.
Scream Queens was so great. Why did that only get one season?
I don't know. Keaton's been rewatching it.
It's so fun. Well, because Ariana Grande's in it.
Well,
that's probably one reason.
Well, I mean, she's watching. I think I have more than one season.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, because John Stamos was in the second season. Dr. Rob or whatever his name was.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is in that, right?
Curtis is in it.
Oh my God.
Elliot Hudson.
I don't know who
Kate Hudson's brother.
I don't know who that is. I don't know.
Oh. He's cute.
I'm just making sounds.
I don't
know. Jamie Lee Curtis on The Real Housewives. So great. That was so...
Dorit, that's beautiful.
So chic.
That's so chic.
That is
that reminds me, I brought you something.
Oh,
I just remembered I brought you something.
She just did a hand.
So
oh my God, I can only imagine.
Basically lured Whitney into the cult that is The Real Housewives
I can't
of Beverly
not.
Hills.
Oh my God,
I got her addicted, so I got you a new sticker.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's Kathy Hilton.
Eating a cracker.
I have worked with the homeless. I have worked with the toothless. I mean, that whole time I'm watching that episode, I'm like, are we being pranked? Because that's the worst name. And she's so nonchalant. That name really needs some work, though. I love it so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that whole episode, too, with the baked potato and the caviar. All of it. So Kit and Kyle just not getting, like, is this it? It was
At
great.
the last girls' trip she went on, she was real determined they were going to get Ruth Chris or whatever it is.
And they were also judgy about him.
Yeah. It's like, excuse me, Dorit designed a room for Pepe Le Pew or whatever that one stupid restaurant is. So get over yourself, people.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm real upset about how mean they're being about her tequila. It's like, listen.
Right.
We promote Erica's stupid wigs. Lisa Rinna's
I mean, can we send one to Britney, please?
And wine. Oh. Kyle's clothing line. Dorit's swimwear.
Yeah.
Like, y'all can't throw Kathy a bone for her tequila.
Well, and I think they're just mean to her.
They really are.
Well, and they're like, she went crazy, and I'm like, have you all ever watched your own seasons of this? You all do that.
And
crap.
I believe she had a meltdown.
Sure.
But I do not believe.
And so,
where are the receipts, Lisa Rinna? She stomped her glasses. Come on.
So what?
There was no camera crew for any of the things she's alleging.
I find that very
hard to believe.
Well, and it's just hilarious because they all do that crap all the time. They're all ridiculous.
They are.
I mean,
anyways,
Erica Girardi is losing her ever loving mind too. Give back the earrings, sis.
Yeah. They're like, those are $750. She's like, 1.3 actually.
And I'm like,
ew.
And she was wearing them like
the whole trip.
They're not even that big. Is that like weird? As I was looking at them, I'm like, that's $1.3 million.
If I had $1.3 million, I would not.
No, because you're going to get held up at gunpoint.
Now I do kind of understand why Kim Kardashian cried that time she lost her earring in the ocean. Maybe it was like that.
Kim, people are dying.
Yes. But I'm like, oh, well, were they like $1.3 million?
Probably. But again, that's like Kim Kardashian got held up at gunpoint.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's going to happen to you.
Dorit got held up at gunpoint at the beginning of the season.
That was disturbing.
In her own home.
That was really disturbing.
Kyle has been wrong. Quit flaunting your crap, people.
Yeah. Who?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I wear overalls everywhere I go. My house hasn't been broken into, and my kids forgot to lock the door again the other night.
Well, Amy's door's just left open sometimes. Literally,
yes, I've gotten up in the morning for my door's just front door standing
wide open. I'm like, I'm not even worried about like someone coming in and robbing you. I'm worried about the critters.
Yeah, a coyote eating my face.
Or snakes coming up in your house.
Oh God, no.
Oh, you already had
enough snakes. I had a snake in my classroom.
Yeah, please tell this story.
So I was at work last week, and I had a kid, we were painting tiles and he got some paint, so I turned to grab a Clorox wipe, and I had like this legit artwork. I bought it in an art gallery in Hannibal. So it wasn't like a bougie art gallery, but I paid a lot of money for this thing. I paid like $35.
See, we do not flaunt our wealth.
So
number one, because we don't have it, but
I had this hanging on the wall, but some of my classroom walls are like the big cinder block bricks. So command hooks don't work.
No, it's hot glue or duct tape.
So I had a duct tape on there, and I see like this thing peeking out from behind it. I'm like, is someone punking me right now? Is this fake or real? And it moved. It was a snake. Behind my artwork in my classroom, stuck in the duct tape.
Oh my God.
I scream.
Yes.
Take off running, shove students out of my way. Spill paint all over.
She'd also do this in a fire, just
100%. No, I told them if it were a fire or someone with a gun, I'd be level-headed. Yeah. Snakes, all bets are off.
Well, it's so unexpected.
Yeah.
It was so you should get like workers'
and
comp
then I like
for mental
maintenance
health.
Came over and I'm like, well, what's happening?
How did it get in here?
They're like, well, it came from the ceiling.
Excuse me,
and I'm
what?
like, okay, great. So now I'm just like constantly, because in our school, the kids are allowed to paint ceiling tiles.
Yeah.
Before they graduate.
Yeah.
So several kids want to paint tiles for me. So I just have all these open holes in my ceiling anyways with tiles that are out.
Ew, so it slithered down.
Yeah.
Why are they in the ceiling?
And I think it just got caught in the duct tape.
Why are they in the ceiling?
I don't know.
What kind of
Why are they anywhere?
Snakes,
I don't know.
They exist?
Everyone's like, oh, it was so tiny. I'm like, listen, when she got that out of the duct tape and all like uncoiled, it was probably 3 feet long.
Who got it out? Like a student?
Yeah, a student.
Who's not afraid of snakes?
Who's not afraid of snakes. She like took it and like worked all the duct tape off.
Was it alive
and released
still?
it. Yeah, she released it. It slithered off into the grass. It better stay away. But that's my life. Snakes falling from the ceiling outward.
I just still don't understand why they're in your ceiling. Like, what? Can maintenance get up there and, like,
I know. I'm like, they didn't
some-
even get. I'm like, are you getting up there and like shine a flashlight or something?
Is there a nest? Because it was kind
He
of
literally
almost,
just made like a statement. Oh, it just came from the ceiling.
It
It's
seems
fine.
like
And left.
it seemed like a baby though. Like it was long, but it wasn't wide. It seemed like a.
I think it was an adult. I think that was
okay.
just one of those kind of things that
Okay.
doesn't get like.
Because I was like, is that
It wasn't
a baby?
like a boa constrictor or anything.
Is there a nest?
No, I
up
don't
there?
need to like. Well, a few years ago, I had birds in my ceiling at work. They were like flying out and trying
You
to
don't
take
get
off my
paid
head.
enough.
And I would come in the mornings and there'd just be dead birds like on my floor. I'm like, what is my life? And I came in one day and there was a maintenance worker in my classroom with a net.
A net?
Trying to catch birds.
God.
Like,
You know what? This just goes to show you no one gives a crap about the alternative schools. They just let their
well, this was when I was still at the middle school.
okay.
The birds.
or middle schoolers. Oh my God.
I
that's
give a crap.
Not okay. That is really not okay.
I love
That's
my
like
job.
that's
I
not
had
a
a former
good.
student come back and visit me the other day, got his driver's license,
Oh.
and so I invited him to the movies next week.
You and him?
At Keaton.
Oh.
For my birthday, we're
Is
going to go
this-
see Smile.
Oh, is this the one you're
This is
trying
the
to-
friendship I'm trying to force on
Okay.
my daughter. Yeah.
You're like,
Well,
please.
they really do get along well, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's great.
It would be, yeah.
Yeah. Neither of them listen, so I don't know why I'm talking about those. Maybe I'll make them listen on the way to the movie.
That's like a new form of torture, Amy.
It truly is.
I can't believe it. Keaton doesn't listen. What a brat.
I know.
I mean,
we survived senior pictures
shit.
last week,
Oh,
even though
they're
she
so
had a double ear infection.
They're so good. I mean, the two already.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see them.
She's so good. So if you're local and you need a photographer, hit up Ariel Pitzer, AP Photography.
Yes.
She's legit.
She's very good.
It's so good.
Yeah, and she can work with your teenagers and
Make them not look dumb.
She's like, show me what you got, Keaton. Keaton's like, I got nothing. So then she's like, that's okay. Then do
Hey,
this.
that picture, though, brings back Britney Spears' Rolling Stone cover vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's holding the magazine. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you really, or are you just saying yeah?
Or isn't she on a bed?
Yeah, I mean, Keaton's clothed.
Yeah,
So that's the difference.
And on a bearskin rug. We're keeping it classy.
Did Ariel have a bear?
No, we took pictures at the nut club.
Just like, what the hell?
No, all the props were Keaton's.
Yeah. Bring
She
your own
bought all
bearskin rug.
She ordered one magazine off of Etsy, and the lady accidentally sent her all
It was
the
so
magazines.
cute, though, the way it was like.
Jamie's like, what are golden hands? Am I supposed to? I'm like, it was like a knitting magazine, Jamie, from the 70s.
Yeah.
But they're actually from the 70s.
Yeah.
So shut up.
Yeah, it was great. When I saw it, I was just like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful picture like I've ever seen.
And I love it.
Carter's is cute, too. You
Yeah,
know?
but Carter's is a golf picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But she got a lot of really good pictures of them together, too. I'm super excited.
That's going to be so great.
People were like, what am I? Listen, you know what you're listening to. If you've made to episode 84,
Oh, sorry.
you know there's just a smattering of paranormal thrown in, and the rest of the time it's Whitney and me catching up.
One other thing, have you watched the Army Hammer documentary on Discovery Plus?
House of Hammer.
I mean, he literally wants to barbecue that lady's ribs.
Yeah.
And
they just did, his
What?
ex-wife just did
did she?
interview with, I haven't read it
I
yet.
wonder what her story
Elizabeth
is.
Chambers is
if
her
it's like
name. She did,
similar.
like,
does she have?
Yeah, I don't know.
His
I haven't
poor kids. It's
clicked
so
on anything.
embarrassing.
I
mean,
also
they're
watched
little.
the Mommy Doomsday, like
Yes.
the Sins of My Mother
I
or
hate
whatever.
her, Lori
She's so
Vallows.
gross.
Ugh.
Shame on her.
And it just goes to show you how like she's attractive and how everyone
Yeah.
just like did whatever she even the
Yeah,
police,
even the police
officers.
But
yeah.
then that like Chad Cowbell or whatever his name was.
Cowbell?
Whatever his name was. Baby Bell
Chad-
Cheese or what?
Chad Daybell.
Whatever.
Chad- No more
No
cowbell.
more cowbell for
no,
him. But he was like
Ugh.
just a freaking dork, right? Like, I have 12 chins, and
I mean, I don't know who we are to say anything, but we'll have
I am better than both of them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't really care. I am not
you
an
are.
elitist. I am better than the Doomsday Mommy and Chad Cowbell.
Well, I mean, it's
for
so
the
that is
record.
so dark. I cried watching it.
Yeah.
Like that, her son talking about that stuff. It's
Yes,
like
I guess I didn't even realize.
I followed
that
all
he
that
was,
when it was
like-
happening.
No, I didn't realize like he was like such an integral part of the family. I thought he was more like estranged. It wasn't really involved. So to watch him talk about
his brother and sister.
his brother and sister and the impact
and
this
the brother,
has had.
JJ, like I didn't realize he wasn't her biological son.
I knew that because I'd listened to Keith Morrison.
Oh yeah,
cover
I must have,
Mama
me too, but I must have
Doomsday.
missed it. But yeah, that just, it's so sick. It really is.
Sick. And then to just be, can you imagine calling up your friend like, hey, I need you to take a picture in a movie theater and say my kid's with you.
I know.
Like, what?
And the good thing, the lady was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do that. That's where I draw the line. And they had a podcast where they just whispered like this about Mormons. I mean, no shade to Mormons if you're normal Mormon.
Yeah.
Just don't be a murderous Mormon.
Or a Warren Jeffs Mormon.
Oh.
Gross. Well, he was gross.
No, he's super gross.
Like, I'm not.
No, your face was so funny. No, he's legit gross. No, yes.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay.
Anyway, if you haven't watched either of those, if you want to watch some really depressing, sad things and throw in some cannibalism.
And then just move right on to Dahmer.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's so messed up.
All the cannibalism.
God.
Army Hammer, Jeffrey Dahmer.
So well, at least Army never legit maybe ate anyone.
Yeah, we don't know, though.
Yeah.
To be continued. And now he's, like, selling timeshares or something. In the Cayman Islands.
And she was
And
like,
he's
all the
so-
charmers were trolling me. And I'm
I
like,
didn't realize he was from such a wealthy family.
Me neither.
Or a bunch of freaking creeps.
legit Arm and Hammer.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I was so confused. I'm like, is that like baking soda?
Well, do they
it's
make
not.
that?
No. No, this guy's name was just Armand.
No, I know. But then
he
I
was
thought,
like
for whatever reason, I thought
he
they
was
helped
like an
oil.
investment oil guy. Yeah.
Armand Hammer. I mean,
But that's
super
Arm and Hammer.
Yeah, I know.
But that's why his grandpa was named Arm and Hammer, because of the
Symbol for
Nazis or something, right?
Yeah.
The Arm and Hammer.
Yeah.
Which is that where that comes from? Because if so, Arm and Hammer.
What's up?
Why aren't you being canceled? Like,
What's up, yo? Yeah,
I do use you to freshen my refrigerator.
Same.
I appreciate that.
That is helpful.
It is. All right, shall we?
We shall.
This is ridiculous. Chris is downstairs trying to sleep. We're just being stupid.
We're just giggling.
And loud and
Oh my God.
obnoxious. Okay, so shall I go? I don't even know what's happening. I've just got 3 links to articles. They may all have the exact same information.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. I'm covering the history of the Hamptons Grey Gardens Mansion.
Okay.
The Hamptons. What a life. I'll never know.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice?
This is from classicnewyorkhistory.com.
Oh, I like that.
The Hamptons.
What a place.
What a place. Doesn't or I'm thinking of Martha's Vineyard or Taylor
What's the
Swift does it.
difference?
There isn't one.
Well, Taylor Swift has that house on like a cliff in Rhode Island or something. I'm like, why Rhode Island?
Yeah.
It's very
not?
random.
She's like, I got something in every state. I'm Taylor Swift. New album dropping next month. Yeah. So the Hamptons is the New York destination where the rich and famous go to play. Yes. It's where, isn't that also where Dorinda go? No, that's the Berkshires. I made it nice! Real Housewives of New York.
No, I'm not there yet. I'm just on Beverly Hills.
Oh.
I
Okay, well.
need to get there.
New York's great. Ramona is...
Yeah, I've heard good things about New
new
York, so I need to.
Hilarious. I mean, Ramona's ridiculous,
Yeah.
and she says so many problematic things, but
I'm sure.
but everyone calls her out on it, so
That's good.
I'm here for it. They all have Hamptons homes too. I think Luann has a real nice one.
Countess Luann, or she's
Yes.
not a count. She got canceled for something too, didn't she?
Well, I mean, she got in a fight with a police officer because she was drunk. She's
That's not.
She hit the cop, I think. Like that's not.
And she
okay,
didn't
Luann.
die. She didn't get shot.
No, she
so-
did not get shot.
The hell. Anyway,
Yeah. So it's been that way for over a century. One of the most filmed houses in the Hamptons became famous not because it was the most glamorous, but because at one time it was the most disheveled. I feel like that would be, if I ever owned property in the Hamptons,
the very disheveled
they'd
one.
be like, this is so disheveled.
For like scary movies, I guess.
I don't know. Or just like dilapidated sets. Grey Gardens. Isn't that a movie too? with like
Is it with
Meryl
an E?
Streep or something. Yes.
I don't know why I thought that.
Is a 14-room mansion that sits on 4 acres in the Georgica Pond area of East Hampton, New York. Joseph Greenleaf Thorpe, the architect responsible for designing many of the grandest Hampton homes, planned the home in 1897. 2 years prior, the property had been purchased by Stanhope Phillips, what a name, and his wife, newspaper heiress Margaret Bagg Phillips.
It's such an unfortunate name.
Maggie Bagg.
That's so bad.
That's real sad. 2 G's.
With on bag?
Yes.
Well, I figured Maggie would have 2 G's. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, they didn't call her Maggie. I did. Her name's Margaret.
Bag.
Fun fact, that's little Kiki's middle name, Margaret.
Little Kiki loves Sundays.
Poor little Kiki. Oh, she's not loving life.
I can only
Being
imagine.
a teenager is so difficult.
Ugh.
She did go to Troy Movie House last night. Her and Natalie. It was the only place that she felt comfortable driving that the new Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde.
Oh, I wonder how
playing.
it was.
I haven't talked to her. I was in bed way before she got home.
Sure.
It was a 7 p.m.
I'm very
movie.
curious though. There's so much drama
There
surrounding
really
that
is.
movie. But then the people came out and were like, it's all fake.
Yeah,
all
I do think it's just a
Yeah.
publicity stunt.
But then why is Florence, how do you say her last name? Pugh. Why is she is really being...
Well, Olivia Wilde did say some... There's like a recording of Olivia Wilde kind of bad-mouthing her
like
to Shia
Olivia.
LaBeouf.
Yeah, I don't like Olivia Wilde now. I just, like, don't be shady.
Yeah. And Harry Styles did not spit on Chris Pine's lap.
Like, that's...
I wish he would have, though. That would have been funny.
There's also videos of Olivia Wilde dancing at Harry Styles' concerts, and I'm like,
Yeah.
gosh, can you just stop?
I mean, be in love. That's fine.
Well, allegedly...
Didn't they break up?
Oh, now?
I don't know. Everyone said they were being weird at the premiere and not taking pictures together.
Oh my gosh. And then everyone, well, I guess Florence Pugh was like, she kept leaving the set with him for just hours. I'm like, so they're just like going off doing it. And everyone's like, we'd like to work now.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Hello, we're on the
here
clock.
to make a movie.
Right? Where'd she go?
Olivia, you're representing female directors everywhere. Come on.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm not under Harry Styles.
I did like her in House,
I do
though.
like
That
her.
was
I
a
like
good
him, but...
show.
Oh, I never really watched that.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I don't think I've seen anything with her in it, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, she's not a terrible actress.
Yeah,
but...
no. Anywho, that looks
Yeah,
good.
okay, so before construction could get underway...
Because we're just judging her for dancing in Harry Styles' concert.
I didn't judge her, you did.
I know, I said I did. Well, just... I don't know. Anyway.
I feel like I would dance at Harry Styles' concert.
Yeah.
All the more. Keaton wants to go to a Harry. I'm like, Keaton, every time tickets go on sale, they sell out immediately.
Yeah, what did he just perform? 12 nights or something at Madison
like
Square Garden?
$1 million. Like, we can't afford this. I'm sorry. Before construction get underway, there was a problem with the title of the land, which took years to untangle. Stanhope never lived to enjoy the property as he died in 1901. His death was considered suspicious, and a family battle over his large estate ensued.
See, it's just easier to not have money.
Yeah. Igniting whispers of scandal among New York society crowd.
Scandal.
I plan to die destitute, so let me R.I.P. Once the dust... I don't know. I mean, I hope I'm not destitute. That's terrible.
Well, I mean, I plan on us living our Golden Girls life somewhere.
Well, yeah, exactly. Getting the early bird special at Denny's every week.
We live in a cute, like a I don't know, little...
Like a little Tudor-style townhouse.
Oh, I'm thinking a mansion, and we have I'm going grand.
Okay, this little podcast is really going to take off.
We need a pool.
Sorry, Kyle and Jamie. You guys have done nothing but ridicule this podcast.
Exactly true.
You get none of the podcast money.
Riches. Podcast riches. This podcast has put us in the hole.
Yeah, we don't even make enough off of our merch to pay for like our Spreaker subscription.
Yeah, our podcast host. Anyway, we're not here to shame you into buying a shirt. It's fine.
But if you do want to buy something, check out our website on thepodcast.com, and it will link you right to our merchandise. See what I did there?
Merchandise. You're 100 years old. Right to our merchandise.
Shut your face.
We're just such dorks. It's
We
so
really
great.
are.
Anyhow.
All right. So, anywho, once the dust settled from the court battles,
I'm just imagining people tuning into this wanting to hear about paranormal, so we just talked about the homeless and the toothless for like 25 minutes. Just Real Housewives of
and
Beverly.
how down to earth Kathy Hilton is. Oh my God, have you watched The Ring Bling? Or The Bling
I've
Ring?
started watching
Not
it,
the Ring
yes.
Bling, the Bling
It's
Ring.
weird so far, because I'm kind of like, well, I'm not very far in it.
I really thought they all got more jail time than they did.
I haven't got to that yet. I don't really remember, but I'm just kind of like, I feel like we're glamorizing them stealing.
Didn't we go see that movie together?
Yes, we totally did. It was a good movie.
Yeah, but it's so funny that Emma Watson played the girl who had the least amount to do with any of it.
Right.
She only broke into Orlando Bloom's house.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I don't think they ever got prosecuted for Paris Hilton, and that's where they stole the most. I don't think Paris
bizarre.
Hilton even realized they robbed her.
Well, she was
And
on
they went multiple
the
times.
news.
Yeah, because the guy, you'll get there. He
Okay.
like spills his guts to everything they did.
Oh my God, she didn't know they were. That is creepy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. If so far, I'm like, are we glamorizing them breaking in and stealing people's houses? Like, but I'm at the part where he makes friends with the girl who is like, well, hey, let's go check out cars.
Yeah. Okay. She's the one that really kind of got him into it.
Yeah.
And
that's where I'm at.
but she refused to appear on the documentary,
Of
so
course.
we don't get her side of it.
Of course.
All right. Once the dust settled from the court battles, the seaside house was finally built. Okay, so they went ahead and built it anyways. I would have... Whatever. Another society couple, the Hills, Robert C. Hill, president of Consolidated Coal, and his wife Anna bought the house. Anna Hill named the property Grey Gardens. One of the finest additions to the home during the Hills' residence is the gorgeous Spanish granite garden walls and ornate landscaping that help give the property its unique appeal. The grand gray walls plus the Atlantic Ocean view made this name quite fitting.
Yes.
In 1924, Phelan, Phelan, never seen that name in my life. A prominent attorney bought the house for his wife, Edith Ewing Bouvier Beale. Edith was the daughter of Beale's law partner, John Venal Bouvier, and sister to John Blackjack Bouvier.
Is that a nickname or a middle name?
I have no idea.
Is it in quotations?
It's in quotes.
So nickname.
Would have two famous daughters. He was the father of Jacqueline Bouvier and Lee Bouvier.
Don't know them.
Me neither. Although the family had their share of scandals, the Bouviers and the Beales were unquestionably considered good families in high society circles.
I really wish my last name was Bouvier.
Right? I'm probably saying it wrong.
I like it.
Phelan and Edith had 3 children. The oldest, Edith Bouvier Beale. Wait. So she just has her mom's name? The exact same name?
Well,
Anyways.
my grandma's oldest sister has her mom's exact same name. I'm like, what?
But even like the maiden name.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe they made her maiden name the middle name?
Okay, maybe. Followed by 2 brothers, Phelan Beale Jr. just got...
They got no more names.
And Bouvier Beale. They literally just recycled all the names.
So someone's first name is Bouvier? Now?
Yes. Bouvier Beale.
Booby. For
Booby.
short.
BB.
I'm going Booby.
That's just, it's Bouvier.
But you're saying boo. Booby. I'm just saying it would be funny if your nickname was Booby.
Well, Bouvier probably doesn't think so. Can you imagine, though? Ooh, Bouvier's looking good tonight. Like, no one's saying that.
Oh
They
my
probably were, though.
Oh my gosh.
Because he was, of the Hamptons elite. Grey Gardens was the perfect weekend escape for the New York attorney and his family, la-di-da. Soon, however, Edith Ewing Bouvier Beale, affectionately known as Big Edie. What?
No, Big
Don't,
Edie.
if you ever call me Big Amy, we're done.
Big Amy.
Large Marge.
It's so mean.
It really is.
Big Edith?
Big Edie. Well,
Okay.
probably because if you're going to name your kid your exact same name,
You gotta have a
you're going to
nickname.
get stuck with Big Edie. I mean, it just goes.
Oh, yeah,
to,
true.
you know.
And Little Edie.
Yeah, Little Edie.
I'll take that. Little tiny, little minuscule.
Big Edie, put Little Edie in your pocket. So Big Edie chose to spend more and more time away with the children in the Hamptons, throwing lavish parties featuring her musical song and dance performances. Oh, God. Oh, Big Edie's at it again. Maybe that was like her rap name.
Don't make me dance. It's like that SNL. She's forcing people to watch her perform at her own home.
She ran the estate with the help of a large household staff, inclling an accompanist.
Whatever that is. That like something with music? They just
I don't
accompany
know.
her
or
around?
Or does he just follow her everywhere she
playing
goes?
Music? Like with a violin?
George Goldstrong, who many say stayed there with her for more than music.
Oh. Big Edie be trifling.
In the 2009 movie Grey Gardens. This really is about them. I thought it was about something totally different.
I've never seen that, I don't think. Have you?
Is portrayed as Big Edie's gay companion.
Oh.
What? Wait a minute.
It's not the same.
Oh, not her gay companion, just a gay companion.
Do they mean gay as in homosexual or gay as in happy?
Well, I'm assuming they mean homosexual.
I thought that they just alluded to them being like a couple.
I thought so too.
I'm so confused.
So I don't know. Whatever the case, says.
You just... Whatever the case.
Phelan Beale was growing exasperated with his wife's showy, lavish lifestyle.
Oh my God, there's a documentary about them.
Oh.
From 1975 with the actual people. Ooh. The Bouviers.
I'm to check it out.
Not sure how great it is, but it's there.
I gotta finish Dahmer first.
Drew Barrymore's in the movie version. Wait, never mind.
I was gonna say, then that's not a documentary.
No, yeah. Well, there's two.
Okay. Yeah, I know she's in. Isn't like
it's a TV movie.
I thought there was like great. Meryl Streep
and Jessica Lange.
Oh, Jessica Lange. That's what I'm thinking of.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. So the household staff was greatly reduced. However, there was still plenty of fun at Grey Gardens. The children, little Jackie and Lee Bouvier, frequently visited the home, with little Edie taking them to the beach during long summer vacations. Phelan hoped that little Edie would find a boy from a good family and settle down, but ew, no, she can do whatever she wants.
A young boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's sounding creepy.
Yeah.
But she, too, had the show business bug.
Oh, Lord.
Biggie, they're like the Judds.
Song and dance. Oh, the Judds.
Oh, R.I.P. Naomi.
That's so sad.
After various family fights, little Edie moved back to the city. But she did not live with her father. She, like many aspiring starlets, stayed at the Barbizon Hotel for Women. What? That was a thing? While all the young socialites, no matter how homely, rude, were flatteringly dubbed as beautiful, Edith Bouvier Beale actually was a stunner with charisma, intelligence, and a quick wit. Ooh, the trifecta. While she did do some modeling, and rumor had it she was asked to audition for mega producer Max Gordon, she didn't achieve her goal of stardom. By 1952, upset by her refusal to shake off her dreams and get a regular job, and alarmed at rumors of her affair with a married cabinet member, Phelan stopped funding little Edie's New York lifestyle and sent her back to live with her mother. They were left with a pittance of a monthly allowance and no regular household help. Boo freaking who. After Phelan's death in 1956, little Edie's brothers, now married with homes and families of their own, were put in charge of a trust. The sons tried to get their mother to move to a less expensive, local, and a home with simple upkeep. Both brothers were astute businessmen and knew that even in those days, $65,000 would not last long, and it didn't. 2 decades later, the mother and daughter were making their way the best they could without heat, running water, or money for groceries.
That's what it looks like in the documentary.
Okay.
Because it looks real dilapidated.
Deliveries from friends and selling off heirlooms was their only means of support.
Deliveries from... Oh, people brought them food?
Yeah, I guess food.
That's really nice.
The same features that made the house so attractive.
Oh!
Excuse me. That happened.
There was so much lead up. Well, at first I was like, oh my God, what's happening to her?
Well, it was one of those, it almost felt like one of those seasons when you like accidentally breathe pepper in your nose.
Oh, that's
I could
the
like
worst.
feel it building up.
Yeah,
I
thought you were going into a seizure.
No.
We're good.
No seizure, just a sneeze.
She's got such a cute sneeze.
Thanks.
Mine is not cute.
Well, it's
loud and obnoxious.
My laptop's now covered in spittle. The same features that made the house so attractive became the home's enemy. Without proper maintenance, the sea breeze battered the shingles, Raccoons and birds traveled from the overgrown garden to the house.
It's your classroom.
It is, and nested in the attic, digging holes in the walls.
Oh!
The Beale women also loved cats, and without spaying
of course
or
they
neutering, the
did.
place was soon overrun.
Oh my God!
I will not do that to you in our Golden Girls home.
I love cats, but I mean, there's a
I'm
limit.
not gonna. We will have them spayed and neutered.
Yeah,
though.
that's had to smell so
yeah,
bad.
and that's irresponsible pet ownership.
It is. This is where they like die and people don't even know it.
Did they spay and neuter cats back in those days? Well, yeah, this was like the 1970s.
Surely.
The sanitation department no longer picked up their trash as they hadn't paid the bill. So Grey Gardens soon piled high with refuse. I would imagine that, wouldn't you think someplace that ritzy though? Like there would be...
It was planning and zoning
yeah,
laws.
like I grew up in a real shanty little town. And it's like, you got your car on cinder blocks too long, you getting a letter from the town.
Yeah, like so even your grass is a 1/4 inch too high.
Yeah, we were not Hamptons people.
But maybe they have so much land or something, where
4 acres though, that's not
that's
that
not
much.
A lot. Wonder if it's hidden behind like trees or something.
Well, maybe the big gray walls.
Also, that doesn't sound super cute.
No, but I just imagine all these feral cats jumping over the walls and stuff.
Meow! You just hear meow, meow.
Like, this is really impacting our tourism.
I would go just to see that, I think.
Yeah.
Can I see the feral cat grounds,
I really want to
please?
go to a cat cafe.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any around here?
The library just had one. The St. Charles County Library did that.
That sounds like heaven.
It's cute.
All right. I don't know. I guess there's paranormal coming. Things went on like this until 1972, when the ladies of Grey Gardens got some attention, much of it unwanted. Due to complaints from neighbors, the New York Board of Health and the ASPCA... Good for you. ASPCA, the saddest commercials ever.
Oh my gosh.
Raided the home and cited it for cleanup or tear down. Reporters got wind of this and the Kennedy connection, and soon the papers were running stories about...
Because she's related to Jackie Kennedy Onassis, right? Okay.
About the deplorable conditions of Grey Gardens contrasted with Jackie Onassis' lavish lifestyle. At the same time...
Well, I mean, her husband did die in front of her eyes.
Jackie's sister, Lee Radswell... Oh. Carol Radswell is also on Real House of New York.
I wonder if it's like a relation.
Yeah, she is.
Oh.
She was in that family. Who
Gotcha.
ran with the artistic jet set, was working with Peter Beard, Andy Warhol, and the filmmakers, the Maisels brothers, on a movie about her childhood memories of the Hamptons. This could not have happened at a better time. Although Jackie funded much of the repair and renovation, Lee rolled up her sleeves and actually supervised the project. Rolled up her sleeves and supervised.
Put that over there.
But I did roll up my sleeves before I started bossing everyone around. While they were filming the work, Big and Little Edie totally stole the show, quipping, breaking into song, sometimes fighting and just being themselves.
So is that where this Grey Garden documentary comes in?
Maybe. Now
I wonder if it's from that footage.
That movie was put on the shelf until recently when That Summer was finally released as a long-awaited prequel to Grey Gardens. So it's called That Summer, I guess. Although the 1972 project didn't pan out at the time, in 1975, the Maisels brothers decided to go back to the historic home and reconnect with the eccentric women to make one of the most enduring, entertaining cult classic films, Grey Gardens. In the age, so this is that. In the age before reality TV, this film was something special, not just for the women's famous family connections, but for the bittersweet honesty that shone through as the women reminisced and debated the past. Most heartbreaking was little Edie talking about what her life might have been or could be if she could leave Grey Gardens. Particularly poignant is
Why
the
can't
daughter's...
she leave?
Well, I guess they don't have any money to go anywhere else.
So sad.
Particularly poignant is the daughter's sorrowful commentary alongside the bedridden mother donning a hat and gaily singing Tea for Two, feeding on the attention. Despite Big Edie's attempt to steal the show, little Edie's eclectic passions for astrology, the Catholic Church, and staunch characters capture the curiosity of the public, along with the pitiful once again condition of the home.
Well, yeah, they still have no running water, no electricity. What?
Well, it says, yes, repairs were done and utilities were turned back on, but cats kept breeding, and without household help, the home became once again overrun with clutter, cats, raccoons, and fleas. A year after Grey Gardens premiered, Edith Ewing Bouvier Bill passed away. Little Edie finally got her chance to sell the home.
Did they get any money from that? I would hope.
I would hope so, too.
Yeah. Oh, so the mom wouldn't let her sell.
I guess.
It's like, let it go, Big Edie.
In 1979, she agreed to sell it to Ben Bradley and Sally Quinn on the condition that the house be restored, not torn down. The buyers kept true to their word, and the house and garden now reflect their former glory. After her mother's death, Edith Beale finally got the chance to go on stage. Due to the popularity of the Grey Gardens documentary, she was booked to perform in her own cabaret show. Her signature hair scarves, worn due to suffering from alopecia, became a fashion trend and was soon copied by many designers. Little Edie traveled for a few years, eventually settling down in Bal Harbour, Florida, where she died in 2992. I'm going to assume that's 1992. It's the future.
Way in the future.
No matter who owns the home itself, the Beales of Grey Gardens are an unforgettable part of Hampton's mystique. Grey Gardens has spawned a 2005 award-winning Broadway show of the same name and a 2009 movie starring Drew Barrymore and Jessica Lange as the mother-daughter duo.
Doo-doo?
Doo-doo.
Did you say doo-doo?
I did. Grey Gardens enjoys an enduring legacy. Although those driving by the historic home now will find little connection to the ramshackle mansion depicted on film. It's the characters Big Edie and Little Edie whose legacies remain unsullied and touched by time. There was literally nothing paranormal about that. Where is... Hang on. Here, let me go to Long Island Press.
Well, I mean, that was fascinating, though.
Long Island Press... In the dark of night, the sprawling mansion just a block from the Atlantic Ocean, a woman in her prime awaited her sea captain lover's return.
What?
At the stroke of midnight, he climbed a ladder to her upstairs bedroom, and they did what lovers do.
Yeah. This is so weird.
The Seafair had built the mansion where they romanced in 1905.
Is this the Grey Gardens house? Mm-hmm. Who are these people?
She is a prominent socialite and model who sought show business.
Is it her?
I guess.
Bigger Little Edie?
I guess. Insisted that the visits did occur at the East Hampton estate, repeating the story throughout her life until her 2002 death. But there was a problem. The night visitor she said she had an affair with had died, and his ghost was said to haunt the mansion.
Excuse me, what?
And other spirits have appeared.
I'm sorry.
Since.
Hold on. You can't just gloss over that.
Well, I'm just trying to get to some paranormal, okay?
Well, you just said
she's having an affair with
a ghost.
Good ghost, okay?
What?
So
someone had looked in the window. Is she just like nude alone?
I don't know.
Simulating sex with nobody?
Well, I believe in ghosts, so maybe you'd see him. Maybe he's an orb. He's an orb.
That'd be even weird. It's just see-through.
Listen.
That's hilarious.
Who are we to judge what people are into and are not into?
I mean, yeah. It's just funny to imagine you're like, sorry, Big Edie. Wait, what? What do you do? Who is that foggy-looking man?
Other spirits have appeared ever since he first set afterlife foot in the house.
Oh, my God.
Dubbed the Witch House, its ghostly visitors showed no signs of leaving. So this was one of the stories Little Edie recalled.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah. Before the Beales bought the mansion in 1922, former owner Anna Gilman-Hill, a famed horticulturist,
what a
you
job.
can be famous as that,
I know.
poured her heart into beautifying the land. She imported she built like the
gardens
stuff. Hill's ghost likely haunted the Beales.
Wait, the famous horticulturist ghost? Oh.
After witnessing the deterioration of the property she had beautified.
She's
so they're saying
pissed.
She's so mad. I was a famed horticulturist and grew
years.
that persimmons myself. And y'all just like let the raccoons and the cats.
Oh.
So it even says the climbing overgrown plants obscured the garden walls. The raccoon's claws punctured the roof, and the cat feces piled up and warped the floors.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Warped
Well, you don't need to haunt them. Living in that is punishment enough.
That's a lot of feces if it's warping the
yes,
floor. It's so heavy.
Well, and I would think that would be from the urine,
I
not
would
the
think
feces.
so, too. Maybe they don't know the
combo.
difference.
Cats kind of do it all in one spot.
I mean, you ever pee a little when you're doing a poo?
And it's called a litter box, people. And
Maybe they
clean them
had
out
some.
regularly.
They just
yeah, but clean them out.
Oh, yeah.
That is,
it's sick.
there are people who don't clean, like,
Ever?
I mean, like on those like animal rescue shows.
Oh,
like,
well,
stop.
yeah.
Just don't
Hoarders.
have pets. If you don't want to take care of them, don't have them.
Right.
Well, my pets would like exact revenge on me. I ordered like the world's most expensive freaking shampoo for my dog, and bathed her yesterday. She gets a bath once a week. Like, her shampoo costs more than mine. That is not cool. And I buy her super expensive, like, breath mint chew bone thingies because she won't eat the, like, greenies or whatever you can buy at Target. I have to go to PetSmart and buy
breath mint. Dog's breath is nasty.
It really is. And then my cat is like...
Cats aren't much better.
My cat isn't as bad as my dog.
But your cat is licking its own ass.
Well, my dog would if she could reach it. They said she's just dragging it all over everything. I'm like,
well,
gross.
all cats do lick their own
Well, Kenny's just given up. He doesn't groom himself anymore. It's why he looks like he has mange. His hair's all matted. It's like, which I Googled it, and apparently it's because he has.
And we're talking about bad pet owners.
He has arthritis, and it's just too painful to groom himself.
Oh, then who cares, Kenny? Be you. That'll be me someday.
I try to like get the mats out, but then he just bites me because I pull his hair.
Yeah,
and I don't want to get cat.
And you don't
want
to cut it either because you could cut his skin.
Cat scratch fever. I think that's like a thing though. I think if your cat bites you, you can get.
I mean, I've been bitten and scratched a lot.
My
by
cat
cats.
is not up to date on shots because why would he be? My dog is, but my cat's not allowed outside, so he doesn't need shots.
Give him something?
Well, I don't know. I don't think they give COVID vaccines to pets. So can you imagine me trying to swab his little cat nose? That'd be so cute.
Do you have the Q-tips too big? It won't get in.
He just like punctures his poor little.
Their noses are weird. They're not very deep.
No, they're not.
I don't get it.
Neither's my pugs.
Right.
It's like she can't even breathe. But they have such great
smell. You know, it's interesting that they have the tiniest noses, but can smell way better than us.
Cats can?
I mean, I assume all animals can.
I think dogs are known for those. I don't know about cats.
Cats are like super good smellers. I don't know that.
I don't think that's true, but maybe it is.
We're going to go with it, okay? Cats lick their own butts.
All right, anyways, so...
I love cats.
I love all animals.
Yeah, not me. There are some.
Well, not snakes or mice.
Spiders or mice.
Or spiders, yeah. I didn't kill a spider the
really
other day because I saw
either.
it going right towards my dog on the front porch. I'm like, well, it's going to bite her, so I got to kill it.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, like 25 granddaddy longlegs like ascended down on me to seek their revenge. So it was terrible.
Spiders so bad.
So in the mid-1950s, no one cares. The Beals hired a local man, Tom Tex Logan, to maintain the estate. Known as a drinker, he would leave town for months.
We know that feeling.
After his final...
I mean, not us.
No.
Family member.
Yes, family, for sure.
You know, he just like...
My dad got real drunk one time and just like took off. And he came back, we're like, where were you? He was like, Mardi Gras. We're like, what?
He drove all the way.
We don't have any food in our house. Would you give it to Mardi Gras?
What a dick move.
Yeah, right? My dad got sober many years before he died, and he became my best friend. But I mean,
not
there
cool.
were some times, like...
Did he drive to New Orleans? Was it like
him
St.
and somebody from St. Louis to New Orleans.
Imagine just
to Mardi Gras. Just, let's go to Mardi Gras. Doesn't that sound like something you'd do super drunk, though? Hey... Mardi Gras is going on.
Yeah, let's go.
Never mind that I got a wife and children at home who are probably out of bologna. That's all we ever ate growing up was bologna.
I still enjoy bologna. I don't eat it ever or buy it, but I would.
I would totally eat a bologna sandwich
on white
right
bread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
with a Kraft American single slice on it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
just all the meat and cheese. It's not
all the processed
weird
crap.
It's so delicious though.
Or fry it.
Bologna. That's the only way. Like Granny would ever
spam. I'd eat spam right now if I fried it.
But I probably
with cheese melted on it.
My grandma would always make me Joel instead of bacon, and I'm like, why do we not just have bacon, guys?
Because she grew up in a time where that was all they could afford.
Yeah.
Because my grandparents were the same way.
And
they always
so
had
nasty. Yeah. It's like so
it's
fatty.
so fatty.
Yeah.
But they did that intentionally because one, it was a much cheaper cut of meat, and two, it had a lot of fat on it, so it filled them up.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Do you want some Joel?
Yeah,
5 bologna." I'm like, just meat. We only need meat here, not a vegetable in sight. meats on a frying pan.
We had lots of vegetables because we gardened.
Well, we
but
did
then
too,
it was
actually.
like we had a lot of meat too, but it was squirrel and rabbit and deer.
People are like, where?
I'm like, can I just have like a hamburger? Well, I can turn this deer into a burger.
You're like, it doesn't taste. I don't care what people say. It does not taste.
And it's not that it was bad. It's just I will not eat that stuff anymore because it's all I had growing up, and I'm done. If my dad didn't kill it or grow it in the garden, we didn't eat it.
Who wants to eat a squirrel? It's just like
my boys.
I know,
they used to take squirrel in their school lunch. That's so embarrassing.
It's weird. There's just nothing to them.
They love it though.
I know you're like,
no, it's a lot of work for very little meat, but they
just
love
eat
it.
a chicken, yo.
Right.
I don't know. Sam, do people eat animals like that in New Zealand? I often wonder. Like,
I don't know.
Surely.
Do they eat kangaroos?
It's like that's Australia.
Oh.
But isn't that like their national?
Well, I don't know. I imagine them like jumping out.
Well,
I imagine them being like a hazard
pest.
like deer.
That's true, but I don't. Yeah,
because like we hunt deer to control the population here.
Let me Google.
Not
this.
we. I don't hunt anything. I hunt ghosts.
Do people eat kangaroos? And we know you don't have kangaroo. They don't have kangaroos in New Zealand. I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, people eat kangaroos.
Oh, see,
some people prefer it to lamb and steak for its tenderness. This is not okay.
Well,
sorry, I just showed Amy.
Well, you know, Lisa Vanderpump was always like protesting Wuhan because, wasn't it? Where because they like have a festival where they like slaughtered millions of dogs for food.
Yeah, all these kangaroo fillets.
And I'm not like
that's not
poor
right.
shaming if you can't afford, but like you can't tell me you can raise chickens cheaper than you can raise dogs. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Beef versus kangaroos.
Ew.
Here's a comparison. It's let's see. It has more protein than beef.
That's being really judgy, though.
It has less calories. It just seems weird to us.
But they might be a huge nuisance, though. They may have to do it to control the population.
This says that beef has better taste. Well, I mean, like, I'm sure it would be, if it wasn't so normalized for us to eat chickens and cows, that would also be weird.
Yeah.
You know, but we're like, oh, it's a cow. You just freaking eat it.
Or read Tender is the Flesh, and then you really talk about stuff. Oh my God, I can't believe my daughter recommended that book to me.
She's dark and weird.
So anyways, after Tex, his final excursion, because he would just, drunkenly leave town, he died, in 1964, he died of pneumonia in the mansion's kitchen.
Oh, gosh.
Just right in the kitchen. Why are you in the kitchen with pneumonia?
Right.
Go to bed.
Is that contagious?
His ghost drunken staggering was competing with the stomping foots of the sea captain's spirit in 1971. I'm cooler than you. Listen to my foot.
Well,
or are they both like getting little edie? I don't know what's happening.
Oh God.
So when Logan's successor Jerry Torrey started working there, he later told PhillyVoice.com, "There's a spirit in the mansion. I felt a person in the kitchen with me." And Big Edie told Torrey it was the anniversary of Logan's death and he died on the army cot that you sleep on.
Army cot? That's so rude.
Can he has pneumonia. Get him to a friggin' hospital. Maybe he wouldn't have died in your house if he had proper medical care. Gail Sheehy, an author, whatever, wrote in New York Magazine, her 7-year-old daughter saw a light at night in an upstairs window of the decaying house surrounded by growling cats. The child named the place Witch House. In 1979, several years after Big Edie died, journalist Sally Quinn and her husband Ben Bradley of the Washington Post bought the property. They promised the Beals they would renovate the mansion to use as a summer house, ignoring the haunted house gossip. No problem, Bradley said of his wife. She's a witch because she believed in spirits and read tarot cards. Oh God, are they in Silex?
We're witches. Oh my gosh. Did I send you that article?
Yes. Keaton was all up in arms about it. If you can even imagine.
It's so
Why was that guy even traveling to Silex? He was like a preacher
from Bowling Green.
Yeah,
I know. Well, because it's Satan, Amy. It's Satan is coming. It's like, dude. Please.
And they acted like it was being hosted by the
city of Silex. I know.
Like, no, it's a private event.
You can't tell people
we're not allowed to have
a
private event anymore?
Right.
Like,
this is America. And if I want to be a Satanist, that's my right in this country. I'm not a Satanist.
No, but
Satan, it's not for me. But
no, not my jam.
But it's your own. Mind your own business.
No,
God, I can't with that. I really can't.
Yeah. So, anyway, Quinn told CNBC that she saw an apparition in her bedroom at night, one of two ghosts in residence. The ghost of little Edie, who died in 2002, was a regular. Every night around 9:30, Quinn said the hall lights would flicker once. Guests heard noises,
She's
including...
just waiting for that man to come through her window.
Senator Barry Goldwater, who wouldn't sleep in little Edie's room, cautioning there's a ghost in there. Quinn observed some people think it's a man clomping around in boots. I'm pretty sure it's the sea captain. Quinn and Bradley made good on their promise with an extensive renovation. They viewed the ghosts as benign.
Oh.
Especially one in particular who claimed to be Big Edie's best friend. As Quinn told the New York Post, the apparition appeared from out of nowhere. Well, that's typically how those work. Big Edie sent me, she said.
How would it...
Though Big Edie was dead, she wants you to know she's very happy you bought the house and will oversee everything. You'll be very
She'll
happy
oversee.
here.
She's the
Big Edie, tell him Lodge Marge sent you. I need to watch that again. Oh, Pee-wee. Whatever happened to Paul Rubens or whatever his name was?
Oh, my God. So weird. Amy's got a text.
Okay.
It's a family emergency.
It was just from Jason telling me he's just finished Tinder as the Flash. Speak of the devil.
That is, yeah.
I'm not a witch. I did not predict anything, but okay. So, anyways, that was Grey Gardens. I don't know. That went off in 9,500 directions. I apologize.
No, I enjoyed it. Let me get off my kangaroo Google search.
Pinterest just starts recommending kangaroo recipes.
Oh my God. That does feel very weird. Oh, it was legalized for human consumption in 1980 in South Australia, just so you know. Okay. Let's see here. So, since the Queen just died, womp womp.
God, I don't even know. Can we just move on?
I know.
I'm not saying that to be cold or
right.
She lived a long,
yes, she did.
Great life.
She lived a really long life.
Move on.
Let me make sure that I got the right article.
For God's sake, shut up about Meghan Markle already.
I know.
No one cares.
Well, everyone's like, this is going to be the end of the monarchy. I'm like, okay.
Haven't they been saying that?
Yo, we left that country because of that, so we don't care over here in America. But
yeah.
But there are a lot of people that are just legit obsessed with that stuff.
But I guess I didn't realize how much the crown had been oppressing the Irish. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know.
They oppressed
I'm a typical American.
Everyone, didn't they?
Yeah, but particularly the Irish,
because they hate the Catholics. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
it's just yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, they still,
but we also,
maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they still rule some countries, or they're still the monarchy of some different countries.
Yeah.
Because they have the money.
Don't they, aren't they over Australia?
I thought, well, maybe not anymore, but India for a while, I believe, and Canada?
Yeah.
So,
I understand none of it.
Not into people with too much power.
But you have a prime minister. That's your president. So I don't get it.
But have you watched The Crown? How the prime minister would meet with her weekly, and you're like, so what's the point of this?
Yeah.
Who makes the decision?
Wasn't that John Lithgow?
Who played Winston Churchill? Mm-hmm. I think so. I stopped watching The Crown. I was like, I don't care anymore.
It just kept going on and on. I'm
I can't. Kept going on and on.
She's gonna live to be 97 or whatever.
I just stopped caring about their relationship between them.
Well, yeah, and I was just like, this is.
But did you see that Harry saw the guy who played Prince Philip and was like, "Hey, granddad."
Oh no, I didn't see that.
So I'm like, oh, he watches it. Yeah. How weird is that?
Yeah, that is weird.
You're like, this is, and then now Diana's on it, so that's got to be weird. Yeah. Anyway, it's so sad. Anyway, I'm just gonna do some haunted royal residences.
Oh, hey,
because that stuff's so old. There's gotta be weird
for
stuff
sure.
going on. So this is from the crownchronicles.co.uk. Let's see what this brings, shall we?
We shall.
Because I have never read it. This article is by Katie Balfe. Anyway, I love how these articles start off. Halloween, the time of ghosts, goblins, witches, and haunted royal residences. Yep, you heard that right. Some of the royals' closest neighbors happen to be those of the undead kind. Okay. Bump in the night at Buckingham Palace. Also, these houses not houses, these palaces are so big.
Well, yeah, and then they have so many other homes on the estate.
I know, and there's one of them, because I did skim these, and they were like, this palace they go to at Christmas. I'm like, that one time a year they go there? It's like, it's humongous. It makes no sense. Anyway, let's start off with the most famous palace of them all, Buckingham Palace. I don't understand who lives in which of these either, so
I don't
ask.
I don't know that anyone actually lives in any of them full time.
Yeah, I thought that Kate and William live in Kensington Palace or something. Anyway, I don't know.
But then they go to Windsor. But the queen
lived in Windsor. And Buckingham, isn't that where Diana lived? Then? I think that's where Diana lived.
But Buckingham's like the main one. Isn't that where like the tourists and stuff go? So it's like the White House.
Let's Americanize it. Well, it's like it's in London. It's the Queen's working home in London. Okay. I should have just read this. Okay. The palace has been the scene of some of the most joyous occasions for the royal family. Weddings, christenings, jubilees. What's a jubilee?
They just
like a party?
It's like the anniversary of her being queen.
Oh, okay.
Because they just had like her 70th jubilee.
That's nuts. Well, her story is very interesting, though, how she wasn't even meant to be
and she was
monarch.
The longest reigning.
Right. And forced into it because her uncle decided to not.
And I'm not like taking away from what a big deal it is. Like the majority of the people alive, that is literally the only monarch they've ever during their lifetime.
Yeah, it's weird.
They've ever
known.
Now
that other dude is
Charlie.
I'm like,
at least it's not Andrew.
I mean,
why is he not in jail?
Well, because of his name.
Well,
it's
but still.
I know. Well, and there was something with the monarch on the Army Hammer thing. Do you remember they mentioned it very briefly, but that Armand Hammer had given money to one of them? Yeah. I can't remember. Was it Charles? I feel like it wasn't Andrew, because, we all know he's shady and weird.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway, who?
But yeah.
It's, people in power. Okay, but it also has a dark side, and those coincide with two of its most famous residents, of the undead kind, that is. The site the palace has stood on since 1703, was once inhabited by a monastery, and that's where our first ghostly resident originated. The ghost of a monk in a brown cowl. Is that the, robes they wear?
I'm thinking like a cowl neck.
Yeah. Maybe. It's said to be seen.
So fashionable. Taking it right back to 2008. The cowl neck.
Is said to be seen on the rear terrace. It's believed he died in a punishment cell and hasn't left since.
Ew.
Many staff at the palace have reported also hearing the sounds of chains rattling and moaning coming from the terrace at night.
So cliche.
It really is.
Ooh. I will not rattle chains and moan. I will
just blast Britney Spears.
Yes.
You better work, bitch. That's just all you hear.
You want a Maserati?
You want?
I still can't believe that's the car she referred to.
Do you want a Maserati? What else does she say?
I don't even know.
Crap,
that's just totally what's sticking up my head.
You want a Maserati?
I stop after Maserati because I can't get past it. That's like, you want a Honda Civic?
Does she say Lamborghini, though?
I don't know. But why is a Maserati? It's
an expensive car.
But still.
How much does a Maserati cost? Like $100,000.
Oh,
that's not a lot, though, for them.
No.
That's like how much a Ford Expedition costs these days.
Exactly.
Do you want a Maserati? You better work. Oh, Brittany. Can you please call up Erica Girardi and get one of her
wigs?
God,
or just do your net. She looks super cute in her little bob. Does
she have a bob?
She had her extensions out a few months ago. She took a picture, yes, and she looked really good. Just embrace it, Brittany.
Is that okay? This is going to be like the weirdest question. Is that only how long her hair has grown since 2008? A bob?
Well, I mean, you think you shave your head?
You shave it gone. It's going to take a long time.
Well, I'm sure she's had regular, like, haircuts. Like, because you can't have super long hair and extensions, I don't think. I think it just does that.
That's true.
Unless the extensions, like, get folded into your layers. You know what I'm saying?
But it looks bad when you have super short hair and extension. You're like, oh, yeah.
I just don't. I've never seen anyone with, like in real life.
I've never seen
look good.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone in real life
I have,
with them.
and it's super noticeable, I think. And granted, I don't hang out with millionaires either, so it's like
these are
you may have got that at
Jessica
like
Simpson.
Sally Beauty Brand may have put that in. I don't know, but it doesn't. No, it's just not. Not a good
God,
look.
I love her. Love her so much. Chains rattling. So that guy's most seen on Christmas Day. That's sad.
Ooh, right.
Alone.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Right. Another ghostly resident is more recent, only around 105 years old. His name's Major John Gwynn, and he was the former private secretary to King Edward VII. He caused a bit of controversy when he divorced his wife and, unable to live with that, shot himself in his first-floor office at the palace. That's sad. Well, you divorced her.
Yeah.
Why are you so sad? Maybe we don't know the whole story.
No, we don't.
Maybe he felt bad. Staff over the years have claimed to hear a single gunshot going off on that room and in that room on several occasions. Ooh. And people say there's an uneasy aura in there. Yeah.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Creepy Kensington Palace. Not far from Buckingham Palace is Kensington Palace.
So many palaces.
Just down the road.
Oh, excuse me, I'm going to run to my other palace now. BRB. Like,
oh my
can you
God.
even imagine?
So weird. During one of my visits to the palace, I spoke to one of the HRP staff. What does that mean? Her
Royal Highness.
Well, what's the P?
Her Royal
Palace.
Oh. I thought it was HRH.
Yeah.
Royal.
HRP. Her Royal Presence.
Princess. I've only ever heard HRH, so too. I don't know.
Maybe is the H and the P by each other on the keyboard? No. Nope. The P's way up on your pinky. Yeah. No. Not even close.
I'm going to have to see. Oh,
what is happening?
I typed in the wrong password.
You can also just look where the H and the P are on your...
I was going to see what HRP means.
Oh. Her Royal Palace?
Human Resource Planning.
Nope. Who knows? HRP. Then put right in like Queen or something or royalty.
Healthcare Royalty Partners. I don't think HRP is a thing.
We're going to just say her Royal Palace staff.
Yeah. I
asked the man who was a student working there for the summer what it was like. He proceeded to tell me how the job was great, but after spending one night shift there, he never wanted to be there after dark again. He said the floorboards would creak randomly, and there was a strange and frightening atmosphere. Well, I mean, it is 100-something-year-old house. Maybe more than that.
I feel like it's always cold, too.
I would imagine.
It's so hard to heat stone.
I
probably has insulation and drywall as well, but... That would ruin the aesthetic, though. Don't be hanging drywall in a
well, at least the exterior walls are just stones, right?
Yeah, but I would want the interior to be stone, too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that would be
It's also just, like, so long. Like,
it
there's
really
that,
is.
and then there's
it's
more
just
over
like,
here.
It's like a riverboat. It just goes on and on that way.
It's exactly like her barge. It's, like, basically the same thing. Many tourists say that they feel a very heavy atmosphere there. Well, I mean, the most commonly seen ghost in the red brick royal residence of Kensington Palace is King George II, the last monarch to be born outside of the UK. He died at Kensington Palace in 1760 due to mass internal bleeding caused by an aortic aneurysm. How do they know that in 1760?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess an autopsy.
There he is. What a man.
Oh, I love the powdered wig. That's a very long wig.
Yeah, Britney needs that. Britney has a powdered wig. She's whipping it around.
It just flies off. And then we get to see her real mom.
Why does everyone look like this at this time? Like every
I
single
don't know.
person.
I still don't understand the wig. They still wear those. Like in court. Well, I don't understand.
What's under there? Like their lunch? Why do they put
Important documents?
Is it only men?
Where were you on the night of September 2nd?
Well,
this paper, my powdered wigs.
Well, I feel like in the movie Spice World, they have that, and I feel like things like that are happening. Spice World, what a movie! It's really weird. I watched it 5,000 times as a young person. But do they have women in the courts? Surely. But do they have to wear these?
Probably.
It's so weird.
I don't know. I'm
Bizarre.
just taking it
He
all
has
back
so
to,
many
like, Bridget
layers
Jones'
of clothes
diary.
on.
Yes.
Because it's so cold.
Yes, because you can't heat stone.
You just don't they literally heat stones for things though?
Well, I'm just saying you can't heat
A lot of
a
them.
house though that's just
Made
made
of
of stone.
Oh my god, okay. Well, he died of an aneurysm. No one knows how. He was waiting for news from his native Hanover and died looking out of the window. How do they know that?
Been waiting for it's like those memes, like the skeleton, the teacher waiting for the class to be quiet.
He's just waiting for news. Waiting for news of what? Like it must have been very
A
important.
remedy
news.
to his aneurysm? I don't know.
Well, an aneurysm.
Well, that's too late.
Come on. So
Yeah, you don't know. Usually, and in those days, you definitely didn't know you had an aneurysm.
oh my god.
Well, I think it's always scary too that people like that do know they have an aneurysm. They're like, "Well, you have an aneurysm." I'm like, sorry.
And you're like, can you get it out of there?
And they're like,
It's
no,
a blood
it's
clot.
inoperable. There's
God, you're just
one
waiting.
of these days. You're
Just
ticking
walk
time
around
bomb.
very slowly at all times. It's so funny. He was waiting for news and he kept asking why the news was not coming.
It's like me with my freaking Etsy packages.
This is so sad.
I wonder if he got to like review the seller before he died. My last act on this earth.
When you're a king, do you have to
You
dress
one
like that all
star.
the time? Like you can never dress down?
Probably.
He has
And
to
why
wear
they
his
always,
wig.
Like, did they actually like kill Dalmatians too to
I
get like those? That's terrible. What are they, Cruella de Vil over here?
It does look
Stop.
like a Dalmatian for sure. This is not cool.
No.
It is said that the image of his face has manifested many times at that very window, and some even claim to hear his voice asking, "Why don't they come?" He's still waiting for his news.
He's still waiting.
What is the news? What is it? God.
Stocks are up 1.2%.
What's so important? You're the king. Like, send a messenger.
You know, you make the news. It's whatever you want it to be, right?
Right? He's just waiting for news about his new wig.
Like a messenger pigeon. He's just looking in the sky.
That's so depressing.
Or
Okay.
carrier pigeon, not messenger pigeon.
Same thing. I got you.
Bike messenger, whatever.
Someone's just pedaling furiously.
I'm coming, King George. I'm coming.
Don't die on me, George.
My legs are so tired. This satchel is so heavy. Maybe that's what he's waiting on, his new wig in the messenger bag.
It's like I can't die with this terrible wig.
He's waiting on Erica Girardi's lawsuits to be settled so he can get
Pretty
that
mess
new
wig. Pretty mess royal wig. That'd be so great.
HRW, his
to
royal
me.
wig. So, yeah, that did not age well, Erica.
I know that video. I asked it was just YouTube. I'm sorry, back to Real Housewife Corner. I was just watching Watch What Happens Live, and there's when that song first came out, she like comes out and performs on Watch What Happens Live. But you know, it's like just a set, and there's no real stage. It's so tiny, and it's her and like 3 shirtless men.
That's all any of her shows are. There is no real stage. There's no everything she does is
I
like.
know, but Andy Cohen's like right here, and she's right here, and it's so.
Is he like Oprah, just like mouthing the wrong words?
It's so uncomfortable to watch. Go home and YouTube it. It's like the greatest thing ever. But them dancing to that, singing that song on that, I was like crying because it's. This is.
I don't owe anyone an explanation. Her voice just gets deeper and deeper.
And her
so
face
terrible.
changes. It's
really
scary. It's like, anywho, it's
So
not
scary.
right.
No.
I don't think do we give how many? It's so bad. She's coming out with new music. I'm like, are you like? She's like 60 years old. Isn't
I
she?
know, but there are people on there all the time like, oh, Erica Jane, when's your music gonna drop?
Yeah, I wonder if she's really big though in like the gay community, like at gay clubs. I could see that jam just like because it's all the pop music,
but
all the techno.
I think I just think everyone's turned against her.
I'm sure at this
She's
point, yeah, for sure.
trash.
Yeah, Great to
Allegedly.
watch.
Allegedly.
but very fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
Watch what happens.
Live.
It's Bravo's tagline. Andy Cohen, what a genius.
Yeah.
Okay, back to King George and his wig. He's also joined by his great-granddaughter, Princess Sophia. Sophia was never allowed to mix with people outside of the royal courts, like Princess Jasmine's life here. And it has been rumored that she engaged in an incestuous relationship with her brother.
Ew.
Let her outside the walls.
Like Game of Thrones, man. Yikes.
I mean, the royal... And then also fell in love with a man named Thomas Garth, her father's chief equerry. What does that mean?
Have to do with horses?
Look up. Officer of honor.
Oh.
Well,
Well, there was probably a horse
What
involved.
do you do? There are also rumors she gave birth to an illegitimate child in 1800. Okay. Princess Sophia never married and her life was lonely. Well, yeah, it sounds like it was not the best life she's ever lived. She found comfort in her spinning wheel. Sound like Rumpelstiltskin.
Or is she a DJ?
She's this Eric. Okay, Eric.
Grandpa, get your wig out here. I'm gonna.
It's
spin some
legit
sick
expensive.
beats.
It's legit expensive to be them.
It is.
Oh my god. Spinning wheel?
DJ Sophia in the house.
God. I almost made an incest joke and it's not funny.
No, it's not.
Not funny. Oh my god. This is horrifying. Okay. But she had to give it up when she got old and went blind. So sad.
As one does usually. Gotta give up everything.
Oh my god. Okay. But many at Kensington Palace have reported hearing the sounds of a spinning wheel, although there is no spinning wheel. You mean Princess Kate's not just spinning wheels?
The loom. Is that what they like make? Is that what a spinning wheel? Does it make?
No, it's legit the
like-
thing Rumpelstiltskin has.
But it like makes like a
thread?
yeah.
Yeah. A loom,
You
like...
spin it into something though, like a
Oh my God, I'm
scarf or something. I don't know.
I think that's what the loom does.
Oh.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I'm even saying.
I don't either. Maybe so the spinning wheel extracts
she's
the
just-
silk and makes.
But she's just sitting here making thread for
You're a
like,
princess.
to do what?
Kids.
They have nothing else to do. Go get a horse.
She's making cats in the cradle. All these little extreme things.
Alone again.
Alone.
Her poor life. Okay. Queen Mary II apparently haunts the Queen's apartments. What? She has apartments? Where she died in 1694 at the age of 32 from smallpox. That's sad. Out of kindness, she sent away anyone in the palace who had never been exposed to the disease before to prevent them from catching it. Well, that was nice. Her death in December 1694, a week before moving into the palace, devastated her husband, William III, who fell from a horse in 1702 and died in the same palace. That's sad. I mean, everything's so tragic with these people, it seems like. Some say Mary... Oh. Sorry, my phone moved. Can be heard crying for the children she never had and the short life she lived. Oh, that's so sad. The Cambridge's apartment 1A is said to be located in the most haunted part of the palace. Oh, so these apartments are like inside the palace. I get it now.
Yeah.
Like how... Oh, you already knew you were on that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you had an apartment over here.
Oh, no.
I'm following now.
That's why it's so big.
Yeah. And they have their own ghosts in that Cambridge's apartment. When they say the Cambridges, does that mean William and Kate? Princess of...
Well, no, you're like of Cambridge. So there's been lots of Cambridges.
Oh, okay.
Over the
It's
years.
just very confusing. Like, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? What is...
Yeah.
What is that? You're still in the same family.
I'm Princess Amy of Silex. The silences.
It's just very weird. They have an own ghost, a young boy called Peter. Peter, the wild boy, was, according to legend, found naked and alone living off the German land by the king's men in the 1700s before he was brought to the UK.
What? Leave him alone. That's what he wanted to do.
What? There's a painting of him hanging in the palace. Clothed, hopefully. That's weird. This is so
You had
weird.
to bring him to the UK? You couldn't just, like, put him up in a hotel or something where he was? Like,
because he's German. Like, you took him from his family. And if you thought the Cambridges would get away with it all by going for a walk, think again.
oh, God.
The grounds are also haunted. A man in breeches has been seen walking around and then disappearing into thin air, as ghosts do. Interesting. St. James's Palace is the official home of the royal court, and despite its beginnings as a sprawling Tudor residence, it was the 19th century and a grisly murder that we go to. What? In the early hours of the 31st of May, 1810, Ernest, the Duke of Cumberland, brother to George IV and William IV, was awoken from a deep sleep at 2:30 a.m. Next thing he knew, he was being attacked. The assailant started slashing at his padded nightcap and gown. What?
Is it padded?
Was that for that purpose? In case somebody came to slash
She's like
you?
bubble wrapped every night.
It's like their version of a bulletproof vest.
Kevlar.
A padded nightcap.
Your head too.
It's just so big.
So the aliens can't read your brain.
It's like a pillow on your head.
Hey, that's might be onto something.
It's a pillow you wear. For all, I would never
no matter
take
how
it
you
off.
roll over, you're always got your pillow.
I would literally never take it off. I'm always ready for a nap at all times.
And if your whole dick is padded, you just fall down anywhere and take a nap.
So cozy.
Great.
And it protects you if you're being slapped. Well, I don't think,
and
because I
it
think
holds
he
your
dies.
powdered wig in
I
place.
think he dies. So.
Oh.
As Ernest attempted to deflect the blows, his hands and wrists were cut. In desperation, he screamed for help, and a valet rushed in. He found the Duke's saber, covered in blood, lying on the floor by the door. As he was being treated, the Duke asked for, I guess he didn't die, his other valet and 2 staff members to set off to find the attacker. As they approached Celis's room to rouse him, I don't know who that is. Oh, that's his other valet. They heard a gurgling sound from within, and he was late. That guy, the valet, was found lying dead on his bed. His throat had been cut. Oh, okay, very terribly. But a hasty inquest concluded that Celis, the man who they just found dead, for unknown reasons, attempted to murder the Duke and then committed suicide in his own room. It says he almost decapitated himself. There's no way you can do that.
No.
This sounds questionable.
Yes. Cover up.
People whispered that the Duke had murdered Celis. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Pointing out that Celis's hands were found to be clean and that there was blood-stained water in his wash basin. Ugh, what a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Would the valet have had time to wash his own hands after he apparently almost cut off his own head? No.
Very thorough. He did.
No. It's
With
just
my
like
dying
hanging
breath,
by-
I better wash up.
hanging by thread.
Literally. That Sophia made on her pinwheel or whatever it was called.
She's just spinning. So tiring.
I feel like there's pedals.
There are definitely
involved,
pedals.
too.
This website is so annoying. It keeps like moving and changing. I don't know where I was. One moment, please. Doo-doo. Okay, we're there. We found the head. Okay. Court gossip, moving on. I think, is that all? Where are we at? 82 minutes.
We're good.
That's good. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening. We
Follow
love
us on
you.
all of our socials.
Yes. We don't know what they are off the top of our head, but you can just search
On the Haunt.
on the Hauntish. It's something, on Haunt
Facebook,
Podcast.
Instagram.
Check out our website. Send us an email on thehaunt@gmail.com.
I'm trying to get better about getting back to posting stuff on our
Yes, we're doing
Stuff.
better.
Okay, bye.